Hello. So, this is what I think goes on in male-female relationships. I think that women project their feelings, their attitudes, their desires, their hopes for being in a relationship onto men, and men project their hopes, expectations, and desires for being in a relationship onto women. And that's where the fundamental, phenomenal, horrible misunderstanding that causes so much disappointment to happen. And what we have to do is we have to put ourselves into the shoes of the opposite sex and think like the opposite sex in order to avoid those disappointments. And we have to have really deep, honest, truthful, kind, respectful conversations about our hopes and expectations with each other. Truthful is the key. But a lot of times, if you are truthful, it's a deal breaker. And that is the risk you're going to have to take if you don't want to be disappointed in the long term. So what I'm talking about is women meet someone, he's cute, he's got a good job, he dresses nice, she likes being seen in public with him, they got a lot in common. She's thinking, this might be the one. He might want to marry me and have me be the mother of his children and take care of us as a family, and we live happily ever after. So it's this romantic fantasy that's going on in her mind about, have I found my soulmate? And men are thinking, I need to get some experience. I'm not ready to settle down yet, but she's really pretty and I sure would like to experience her, and maybe she'll be the one. Maybe she will. I need to be with a lot more women to know for sure. But I come back to her if she is. And for now, I don't want to be in a relationship. And so that's the problem. If the guy says, I don't want to be in a relationship, it could blow his chance of being with her. So he lets her think whatever she wants to think and doesn't mention that part. And she's got her fantasy and he's having sex with her, and then somebody else looks better, and he never committed. He never said anything about long term. That was all in her head. And he needs to go out and sow some wild oats before he knows whether or not he even wants to come back to her. But he doesn't want to hurt her because he wants to keep his chance open of coming back to her. So he's trying to figure out how to get out of it in a way that he can come back and be with her again if he wants to. But he doesn't want to be obligated to that because she may not be the one. So you see how complicated it gets. But I do think that is what is going on. Usually, probably. Unless two people meet in church and they're looking for a husband and wife. And if you meet somebody there, he's going to have the expectation that you're going to obey him, and he's going to be able to do whatever he wants with you in bed whenever he wants to, because that's your wifely duty. And dutiful sex is not any fun. And you could get stuck with someone who is no fun in bed. And so women need to have the freedom to make sure they're going to be sexually compatible with the person that they're interested in just as much as men do. And the problem with women is they have been told that he's never going to buy the cow if he can get the milk for free. And now that may or may not be true, but it puts women in a weird position where they feel like they need to hold out for marriage in order to get into a relationship. And then men resent having to make a commitment to get what they want, but they're scared of being out there and really needing and wanting to have a lover and not being able to find anybody to do it with, and not wanting to pay for it because can't really afford it, and not wanting to catch something from someone who's promiscuous so they can see the benefit of committing. And so they commit, and then they resent it if the woman isn't in the mood because she finds out, oh my God, we're not compatible. And she dreads it, but she knows it's her duty, and he did commit. So to keep the relationship together, she knows she has to do it. She's supposed to obey him. And you can see what kind of a setup that is for long-term trouble in a relationship. So I don't know how to get around it. I don't know how people end up in happily ever after situations. I wish I did, but if any of you have any ideas on how to get it right, to find someone that you can love, who can love you too, who you can have equal mutual satisfaction, you desire each other, then I want to know how you did it. What steps did you take to meet the one, the love of your life? How did you find the love of your life? Where did you find the love of your life? I'd like to study that. You know, that'd be a good book. Case studies of couples who found the love of their life. But could you trust it? Could one of them really want to be in the book and the other one feel coerced into being in the book so as not to hurt their lover husband's feelings because they don't want to break up their relationship because they got kids and they don't want to lose half the assets and all that? And I mean, could you really trust that two people are in love with each other equally, in equal measure? I don't know, but those are my thoughts today. Thank you for watching. Like if you like, subscribe if you subscribe, comment. I love comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.